Hello everyone. Today I want to discuss about modeling techniques of data analysis performing on a random dataset. For that, my topic name is Koch price prediction and the grouping with the data analysis. According to me, dataset should be a very popular among all the people of the world as well as it should be a very unique too. After spending a lots of time on a Kaggle, I found one dataset which fulfill my requirements. The name of my dataset is Scotch Review, which contains all the world best Scotches name with the categories, rating, price, and some additional comments. In the whole journey, my main goal to predict the future values of price of Scotches by its rating as well as classify the different kinds of Scotches categories. I did all type of work in the Google Colab notebook. There are two ways to obtain the dataset in the Google Colab notebook. The first one is scraping using the import request library, and the second one is simply download CSV file and import into a Google Drive. Over here, I continue with the second option. But before directly jump to the modeling techniques, I have to perform some mandatory operations for the modifying datasets like scraping and the formatting. This is the list for modification and the proper reason. First one, find the data types. Reason, to know how many fields are there in the data set along with the data types. Second one, describe the categorical data. Reason, to learn more about categorical data. Third one, merge price and currency into price. Reason, it will become more meaningful after combining both. Fourth one, delete currency. Reason, now currency field is not useful in that dataset after combining currency and the price into price. Fifth one, describe the price field. Reason, there are lots of file fields which are repeating. To get the highest repeating field in the array and locating into the database. Sixth one, find the unique values in the categorical data. Categorical field. Reason, there are only 5 unique values in the description of the categorical data. Now it becomes the updated dataset. It's time to perform some exploratory data analysis. In this section, I perform main 4 essential operations. First one, with the help of the info method, I identify the type of data that correspond with the each field. Second one, to find a dimension of the dataset, I use the save function. Third one, I just got the first and the last 10 rows with the help of head and the tail methods respectively to find the anomalous data. But there are no odd information which require any type of strategy. And the last one, to get the file name summary, describe function is used. This type of summary is available for the numerical data. In my database, the review point is the only numerical data. Apart from this, I also plot some basic diagrams to get the more information about the dataset. First one, the histogram, second one is the box diagram, and the third one, the scatter diagram. In this way, I format the dataset and get useful information from it for finding a suitable modeling techniques. This is a list for the suitable modeling techniques for my database. First one, the Navis Bayes, second one is the K-means classification, and the third one, linear regression. But among them, I am performing linear regression and K-means classification in detail for explaining the perfect idea to achieve final goal. The first one, linear regression. Linear regression is a machine learning algorithm based on supervised learning. It is mostly used for finding out the relationship between variables and forecasting the future values. When I train the model, it fits the baseline to predict the values of y for a given values of x. In this model, R-square value is used for finding the accuracy in the percentage. From my dataset, I only took some random points because rating there are lots of different ratings. There are lots of same ratings for the different price as well as duplicate entries too in my dataset. This is a table for the values which I derive from the linear regression. The first one is R square. The value of R square is 0.9812. The second one is slope. The values for the slope is 0.00420349. And third one in intercept. The value for intercept is 79.245. And this table is the predicting values of the price. I took three random rating like 63, 55 and the 50. The values for the prediction of price for the same rating points is 79.51, 79.47 and 79.45 respectively. In this way, R-square value is used for the accuracy. So we can find the accuracy from the R-square value. So I can say that for my model, my model is 98.12% accurate for predicting the future values. There is also a limitation for this linear regression. However, it is very accurate model and also good for predicting the future values, but it is a not good technique for very vast changing point in the two fields. The second modeling technique, the K-means clustering. It is the type of unsupervised machine learning which aims to find homogeneous subgroup such that objects in the same clusters are more similar to each other than the others. I assume single malt scotch as a 0, blended scotch whiskey as 1, and the single grain whiskey as 2, and then generate some array with the rating and the category. The first diagram is only contains the scatter point of the array. The next diagram is a simple k-means which divides the points into two clusters. One is red points group and the second one is purple point groups. And third diagram is based on centroid. There are two black points are centroids of the two groups which are used for grouping for future values. In this way, I classify the categories of scotches into two groups and also find the centroid for the future use. There is also a limitation for the k-means clustering. K-means clustering the best for classifying the different groups in the database. However, sometimes it might confuse for the lots of categories. The overall summary. To wrap up all, our journey started with the finding a proper dataset and then obtain the data from the dataset. After that, we performed some scraping and the formatting on the dataset. We also plotted some basic diagram to get the useful information from it. Next, we list out and perform the modeling techniques which are suitable for predicting the future values and classify the categories like linear regression and the k-means clustering. And these all are my references. Thank you.